Hey everybody! 2020 has been a year of change, it's been a year of connection, and it's been a year of resiliency. But more than that, I think it's been a year in which we've really come to value human connection. This was the common theme throughout the 14 or so interviews that were conducted in April, May, and June. It was the thing that you most were happy about when we started playing together again in July and August, and it's our theme as we move into the holiday season. Due to the current climate, we're unable to get together for an annual party. However, this holiday video will serve to look back at the ways that we stayed connected during the peak of the pandemic, some of the things that we achieved while we played back outdoors again, and as well as a few fun little extra things. So, let's get this holiday fiesta started, and to kick us off, let's take a look at a few of the videos from our early initiatives at the beginning of the year.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
Jingle bells, just jingle bells, jingle all the way.
And you got no pass the touchy on the left hand side. Pass the touchy on the left hand side. It a go fun.
Give me the music, make me jump and prance.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me rockin' and the dance. Me say listen to the drum and me say listen to the bass. Give me little music, make me wind up.
Ah, yeah. Candles burning low. Lots of mistletoe. Lots of snow and ice everywhere we go. Choir singing carols right outside my door. All these things and more.
All these things are more.
That's what Christmas means to me, my love. Oh yeah. And you know what I mean. I see your smiling face like I'd never seen before. Even though I love you madly, it seems I love you more. And the little thoughts you give me touch my heart for sure. Oh, all these things and more.
All these things are more.
That's what Christmas means to me, my love. Oh yeah. I feel like running wild. I feel just like a little child. Bringing me the mistletoe. I kiss you once and then some more. Wish you a Merry Christmas, baby.
Wish you Merry Christmas.
And such happiness in the coming year.
You're here, where you should be. Snow is falling as the carols sing. It just wasn't the same alone on Christmas Day. Presents, what a beautiful sight. Don't need a thing if you ain't holding me tight. You're all that I need underneath the tree tonight. I'm gonna hold you close. Make sure that you know I was lost before you. Christmas was cold and gray. Another holiday alone to celebrate. But then
Happy holidays!
Hope you have a great 2021.
Happy holidays.
Hey everybody, happy holidays. I look forward to next year when we all get to play soccer together again. Until then, to help spread some cheer, I thought it would be nice if I sang along to Santa Baby on the radio for you all. Alright, give me a second. I'm just joking. I'm not going to do that. Happy holidays. and see you all next year. You're going to need sugar, cocoa powder, and milk. Don't pour it all the way out. Most of the way, though. We leave a little bit of room. Now, pour that milk into a pan, but leave a little bit of milk inside the cup. Now, turn the stove on to like medium. Okay, now back in the cup, add some cocoa powder. I'm adding that much. Oh, try not to spill too much. And add sugar. Okay, I'm gonna need a little more than that. One more of those. And stir that up. Okay, the milk is getting really nice and hot now. So I stirred it a couple times when you weren't watching. I'm going to take the milk and pour it into the cup. Yes. Okay, lastly, don't forget to stir.
Thank you, Chris, for that excellent tutorial on how to make cocoa. It was spectacular. Keeping things moving along, we did do a series of interviews in April, May, and June, over which we talked to 14 different members of the club to get to know them a little bit better. One of my favorite things about this is that we were able to discover little nuggets or big nuggets about each person. So we're going to take a look at a video that compiles that. We're also going to take a look at one of the interviews that I conducted over a game called We're Not Really Strangers. This is a great game with 3 different levels of card sets aimed to help you get to know a person a little bit better. The premise, of course, being that we're all not really strangers. We're all the same on the inside. We're also going to take a look at a few holiday greeting videos, and we're going to check back in here as the holiday spectacular rolls along.
Playing competitive Cornwall for the Blazers, we're, I say, getting scouted. It's not scouted, but he was assistant coach of Potsdam, and he's trying to rebuild the squad down there. So I was invited to go check it out. And
You used to be a competitive practitioner of martial arts. I forget which one, whether you said jiu-jitsu, but I thought it was Muay Thai for some reason.
Well, I did a bit of everything, but I started with wrestling in high school, which is the base for a lot of martial artists when it comes to just even practicing or even just going to a dojo.
I used to play really competitive volleyball in my youth, which is why I'm 5'10". It's not that surprising. So, yeah, I used to play for the University of Winnipeg for 2 years, and then.
What genre would you like to write in?
Probably fantasy or like high fantasy or yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Or fictional.
That's cool. That's a thread that I would love to unravel at a different time, because I know that you have a leniency towards a lot of fantasy gaming and just and
I'm a giant nerd, yes.
I used to play guitar, or I've always been trying to teach myself. I would never say to anybody that I play guitar, though.
A pilgrimage called the Camino de Santiago, which attracted people from Japan and South Africa and Australia and all over Europe and Brazil. And so I met people from like all different walks of life. It's a real journey that tests you physically, mentally, and spiritually. So, and it's if you're in a hard place in your life and you just need time to kind of contemplate things, this is a perfect like metaphor for life. You know, you're walking down this road to get to an objective, and you'll get there eventually, you know, no matter how many days it takes you. It's not a race.
What really got you into soccer? Like what's the origin there?
Actually, funny you ask. I would have to say my older brother Tolga. I don't know, I always looked up to him. I still do, but like when we were younger, I always kind of copied everything he did.
I did about 2 years of biathlon with Air Cadets. It was just a great experience with all the skiing and learning how to shoot a rifle. It was a lot of fun.
Wait, what? Excuse me. What were the 2 events in the biathlon?
Biathlon art, in the winter, we did skiing and shooting.
Sometimes I do some volunteering. When I was in school, I had placements with the Center for Seniors. I love working with seniors. That's my thing. That's my jam. I love seniors.
I remember you saying you played the bass.
Yeah, I used to play in a band when I was in university called The Approachables, and it's a lot of fun. We probably played for like 4 or 5 years, from probably second, third year university until people started getting jobs and moving away a couple of years after university finished.
So what do you mean by painting? Like painting houses, or like painting like a flower?
Yeah, I'd pull a couple paintings off the wall right now for you. Maybe I'll show you the next time you come over. But I used to really just to like, I don't know, it's soothing. I'm not the most artistic person in the world, but I have ideas that are artistic, and I think if you take enough time, you can make anything beautiful.
You practice a lot of that no look pass. You're just like,
Well, that actually comes from futsal. So when I was young, I played a lot of futsal, and we had these, like, again, Ottawa was small, so we did like provincial tournaments, and our team was like very good. Like we went to France.
Wow.
Yeah, we played World Cup in France when we were 12.
Sick.
Yeah, it was insane. So we were there for 2 weeks, and we ended up like 30 something out of 82 teams.
Moved to Brampton, just outside of Toronto, when I was 12, and I started playing with them. I played with Atiba Hutchinson, actually, who's playing on the Canadian national team.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was nice going up against him and actually beating him, like stopping him a lot, playing defense against him and stuff. It was really cool. It's cool to see him now at the national level, which was really cool.
When I discovered this was your modeling history.
Oh, fuck. Excuse my language. I don't know if there's a PG rating on this, but oh, no.
There is no PG rating on this.
Oh,
I absolutely loved it when I discovered your modeling career.
It was short-lived.
It doesn't matter. It was
But it did live. Hello to our Ottawa friends.
Wishing everyone a happy and healthy holiday season.
Yeah, we hope we get to see everybody in 2021.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Seb, and to all the Ottawa soccer family.
Hey, soccer family. Hope everyone is doing well. I miss all the shenanigans on the field that we had in previous years, and I hope everyone has a happy holidays. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey, footy family. Look forward to playing with you guys soon. There's a little message from my family to yours. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Snow White so bright, in the fireplace is the Yule log. Beneath the mistletoe as we drink eggnog. The rhymes that you hear are the rhymes of carols. Like each and every year we bust Christmas carols.
That's a hard one to answer. I like both of them
Okay.
fairly evenly, but I might have to push into getting a dog before a cat. That's a hard question to answer because most people don't really get to look at my shoe collection.
Okay.
So
But if
I like to be a bit girly at times, but I also like to have the lumberjack boot. So I
Okay.
kind of like a little bit of both. Probably most of the time.
Okay.
I don't like to hype up my answer, so people ask, how are you? I'm fine.
Okay. That's good. You're a straight shooter, which I kind of perceive from you already anyways, from our games together.
I guess so.
Oh.
You ever meet someone once in a while and then you get into a very good conversation with them and you're just like, okay, different perspective.
Interesting. Does that happen a lot at the pitch, or like just randomly as you go about life?
Randomly.
Okay. So in different settings. Is there a setting where most recently that may have happened?
No, it hasn't happened in a while. An old book?
An old book. What's the genre? Let's elaborate. Let's flesh this out.
Well, just looking at my bookshelf right now, I don't really have a specific genre.
Okay.
If it meets the criteria, then no.
Okay,
Good.
what's the criteria? What's this criteria?
I don't know. It's just, you ever run your hand over some type of item, books, and you just get that magic feeling, and you just pull it out, you're like, wait, that's the one. I just know.
Okay.
And it's just free too. I love free. It's a gift, so it's free.
Very interesting, really interesting, very interesting. It was just interesting. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting. That's interesting. 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 Very interesting. Very interesting. It's gonna be interesting to really interesting. These interesting accidents, interesting poetics. That's very interesting. It's interesting. Just really interesting. It's interesting that interesting. Very interesting. It's interesting. It's really interesting. And the interesting thing. It's an interesting. I think it's interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting. That's so interesting. Oh, welcome back, everybody. While we've taken a look at some of the great ways that we stayed connected virtually, let's not forget that we're a footy club first and foremost. Before the pandemic shut everything down, there were 4 teams that played their full seasons during the winter. Due to the confusion surrounding the height of the pandemic, I was unable to collect MVPs and best defenders for these 4 teams. However, it is proper to honor them by taking a look at the best goal scorers, as well as taking a look at what the teams were like during that period. We'll also view another We're Not Really Strangers series. Take a look at some more of these holiday greetings that everybody submitted, as well as another talented corner by one of our very own. So to kick us off on our winter wrap-up, we've got GS Bobby Braves the Winter. This team had a record of 6 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. However, there was a controversial game halfway through the season where the referee mistakenly ended the game 5 minutes before it was supposed to. This match, we were losing by 1 goal, and if we had tied it, would have shaken up the entire way that division had ended up playing out. Regardless, it was a great season with a lot of good times. We had a top male goal scorer and assist in Felipe. Our top female scorer was Danielle, and our top female assist belongs to Maris. In the same league, Monday Night Coeds at Gloucester, we had our 12th version of GS, this time called The Tale of Canaan's Persecution. This squadron had 7 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw, ultimately losing in the final but still retaining a respectable 2nd out of 6 in Division 3. On top of that, Ahmed was unseated for the first time in years as the top male goal scorer, this time going to Mathieu. Ahmed did retain the top male assists, and Erica, in what would ultimately turn out to be her last team before she left for Winnipeg, won the honor of top female scorer and assists. Legion 15 was a phenomenal team with 7 wins and 1 loss. That loss coming in all the way at the final, which was a very hard fought but ultimately narrow loss of 3-2. Your top male goal scorer and assists belongs to Tarek. Now this reads Spartak Topniado Koroma, and it was a team that was put in Thursday nights at Immaculata in a small gym with huge nets, and it was open only to 3 teams of Footy 7 staff and a select number of Footy 7's players. It was wild, to say the least. I mean, over the course of 11 games, we scored 207 goals and got scored on 218 times. We were in 3rd place, managed to sneak into the final, where we played a 2-hour match that had a very surprisingly low score of 29-26. Our top male goal scorer was Nick, and the top male assist belonged to Chechi and Dan. The final of this match would ultimately turn out to be the last Footy 7's game before the lockdown. That about does it for our winter wrap-up. Now, back to the main show.
I would say analytical.
All right, it says here to explain.
I'm not really, when it comes to being creative, I like to figure things out, know how things work, know the whys, of things rather than create things. If I get scored on, my first thing is how could I have prevented that goal? That's how I have to think. That's like, was I standing in the wrong position? Could I have taken a couple steps further or a couple steps back to figure it out? So I would say definitely analytical. I'm a car enthusiast. So I have a pickup, and my wife complains that I put a lot of my money on my pickup on modification. So that's me. And I tell her if we won $10 million or whatever, a good chunk of that money is gonna go to have a nice car. So she knows. Because I would say when her daughter was born, just a little over a year ago, it was pretty much the beginning of our lives. Because like being married with just you and your wife is, you add a baby into the mix, it changes everything. So like I would say the beginning, the real beginning.
That is wonderfully profound.
Like honestly, I don't think I'll change anything about myself.
So you love yourself as you are. Yeah, like I don't, maybe my eating habits, I really don't like I love meat. Okay. And every meal I have has to have meat in it. And I don't eat much greens. So maybe eating more greens is what I love to change. Well, I say this all the time. I think it will be super strength. Super strength? Elaborate.
Yeah, super. Like I tell my wife and a lot of people who know me that I sometimes think I'm invincible. Like I am the guy who would say, yeah, I can never catch COVID. You know, to give you an example. Like I think that I push the limits of what I can do.
Okay.
And I'll give you an example. We just moved.
Right.
And I pretty much moved the whole house by myself.
That is.
Yes. So, that's the second time I've done it. And I did it all like while my wife went to sleep, the baby sleeping. At like 11 o'clock, I go start loading, loading the pod till like 2:30 in the morning and go to sleep. So I would say for sure.
That's insane. First of all, congratulations on the move. Second of all, congratulations on being a one-man force. That is insane. Like moving, not only moving, but also accommodating to your newly to your new beginning schedule. That's insane.
I just think like moving is not something a lot of people like to do, even though people offer to help. And I don't like to put that burden on people. I don't mind doing it. I use it as an excuse because I don't go to the gym, as to get a workout, and it works because I do feel good afterwards.
Hey everyone, I just want to say happy holidays and have a happy new year.
Just want to say Merry Christmas and how much I miss playing around on the soccer field and laughing and joking with you guys and baking for my regular Monday team.
Merry Christmas.
Let's just say bold. Yeah, I would say bold is a good descriptor because I don't really make judgments based on things I don't know. So I'm really quiet and reserved, and I observe a lot more than I speak. At least if you don't know me, you probably will never hear me talk.
Okay.
whereas I feel like you're more outgoing. Oh geez. So I don't binge watch reality TV, but my brother does. So what's the one he loves the most? 90 Day Fiancé. So like literally, if he's watching it and I'm hanging out, I'll just watch it with him. And he has a master's in sociology, so he just loves to roast everyone about everything. Like that's his jam. So I'm just like, him roasting them is entertaining to me, so I'm down. That's a good question. I would just say like, what is like the next immediate thing that I am trying to get done? In terms of I have a lot going on right now, and the actual focus is not really directed in one specific location.
Okay.
So depending on what kind of unfolds over the next year will kind of change that question a little bit. So
Okay.
kind of what is the next big step is my big question right now.
Okay, so you've got me in suspense here. I'm wondering if this is professional, romantic, or both.
It's a combination of many things because my girlfriend does live in Vancouver. We haven't technically decided where we're going to end up. However, I am finishing my program to become a teacher, and I'm also working with a few coaches and stuff like that. So it depends on a lot of things right now. But again, the steps are just, they're not going to change who I am or what I'm trying to do. It will change my next big, I guess, focal point in my life. Oof. How can I become a better person? I will say organization, like / time management. I find that I'm a little bit, I guess, selfish with my time because I know I have a lot of it. So I'll put a lot of, like, I always work. I always basically try and keep myself distracted. But if I was more organized, I would have more time to like hang out, which has kind of been my goal for the last couple of years. I actually never really hang out much in any social events.
Okay.
It's like not anything personal to anyone. It's just like I kind of avoid them and keep myself busy, right? So to organize myself better would be kind of one of the things I definitely would try to achieve a lot more, especially now. It is my goal to like, I mean, COVID, we can't hang out, but this year was like my goal to do a lot more event type things. So I'm very hesitant to give major advice.
Okay.
So the thing I would be able to give the most advice in would be, I would just say how to work hard, maybe.
Okay.
So it's not the greatest answer, but I'm thinking in terms of school. I've been in school for a long time. I've done many different things in school. I don't necessarily have a career yet, but between that and like working, reffing, and soccer, I kind of have like a methodical like work mindset. So I always want to do the same thing in any capacity, the same type of way.
Putting together this video has been an amazing experience. And I'm so excited that we've got so much content that I'm actually going to have to split this up into 2 parts. So if you didn't see your greeting or your talent video in this one, then it'll definitely be on the next one. We've got loads more to cover with the We're Not Getting to Know series, as well as a few more talent videos and tons of other great content. So thank you for watching so far, and we'll see you on the next one. Adios!
Deck the halls with bars of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Carol. Fa la 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 la. Can you say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
With balls of holly. Fa la 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 la.